Hi, today I'm going to be making a turkey striker. I've made quite a few of them in the past. Last year I gave quite a few of them away and everybody was really happy. So I figured, you know what, I mean, if I can do it, anybody can do it, and they're really easy to make. These are just a few of them, okay? Different kinds of woods. Basically it's mostly all hardwood. I mean, they work really, really well. I mean, you can put a design here if you really wanted to. I did it with this little machine here. I don't know what it's called, right? But it gets the job done really well. You know, more creative, and it looks really nice. Just want to show you how a couple of them sound. Okay. Okay, that's one of them, and there's basically, well, that one's not finished yet. This one here is finished. You know, they sound really, really good. So it's really easy to make, and the reason why I'm making them is because so many times I go and buy, like, it takes me about 5 or 6 strikers to be happy with one of them, and still with that one that I'm happy with, I have to always like fix it up the way I want it, like sand it the way I like it. But when you make it yourself, basically, you know, they turn out really, really, really well. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how simple it is to make it. To make these calls. You know, and they sound phenomenal. I mean, you'll see. You know, and they're very easy to make. Okay, what you gotta do is just gotta make sure you find a good piece of hardwood. Okay, make sure there's no cracks in it. Okay, you want to start it off with about that long. Okay, and just cut it a couple of times. You know, about 1/2 inch. Make sure there's no cracks. Okay, and my calls are usually about anywhere from 7 to 8 inches. That seems a little long, but I don't know, I just, for some reason or other, that's basically the way I like them. Okay, and what I like doing is, I like drilling a hole in it. Okay, like, before you do anything, you drill a hole. Okay, for some reason or another, it sounds better, you know, when the call's finished. As a matter of fact, I know it sounds better. So the first thing you want to do is drill a hole in it, and then with an axe or a knife, just, you know, cut it to the shape that you want, and then you want to sand it. Okay, so I'm going to try and do that for you and just show you how simple it is. Just want to make sure it's in the center, or as center as possible, and just be careful when you're drilling it. You don't want to go too deep, maybe about 1.5 inches, 2 inches at the most. I think that's good enough. And then what you got to do is, and you got to be careful when you're doing this, is you got to cut around it with an axe or a knife. And you just got to do it really carefully. I mean, you could use fancy machines and all that stuff there, but it doesn't take that long to make it. I know with machines, proper machines, you could probably get it done in like 10 minutes. But believe it or not, this is really relaxing doing this. Just got to be careful you're not cutting too much. Take your time. It's better to leave a little bit more extra than less, because you're going to have to sand it after. Okay? Now, if you're using an axe, you got to be really careful. You don't cut your fingers off. So just be really careful. I'm used to doing this because I've done quite a few of them. Okay, so you want to kind of try and shape it, basically like the car. Okay, you want to kind of try and shape it like that as much as possible before you start sanding it. So that's what I'm going to do now. Try and do it as straight as possible if you can. I find that if you when you're shaping it, if you do it square, everything comes out so much better. Again, just be really careful you don't cut your fingers off. Just try and square it off in the beginning as much as possible. It makes things a lot easier. Okay, see what I mean by making it easier? Just it's a little bit easier. Keep in mind, you gotta make sure you're pretty straight when you're doing it, otherwise you'll be laughing at your own work. So I just keep on going as much as you can with the axe. At this point, if you really wanted to, you can use a knife. I just figured it's a little bit faster using the axe. Gotta be careful, that's all. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my glasses on. I can see a lot better with them. Look at it, make sure you're doing a pretty decent job. Looks good so far. Good. Just a little bit more here, and we'll start using the knife. And basically, I'm doing this in real time. It's not that I'm pausing the camera or anything. Actually, it was my son's idea to do this, and he's taping me right now.